Speaking of one in the chamber, Sig.
Yeah.
Sig is the reason why people are like, I carry without one in the chamber. Oh. P320, huh? Appendix? I wouldn't either.
You know who I feel bad for? Like the first 30 people that complained about this issue. Because like I remember when that happened. And like the first like 20, 30 people that were like, dude, my gun just went off by itself, got flamed by the entire gun community because like, no, guns don't just go off by themselves. You're an idiot. You don't know how to handle a gun, blah, 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 blah. Like they blamed them. I feel bad for those first 30 people because it was the gun.
Yeah.
I'm trying to write an actual skit. Rich, this is when I wish you lived closer because then it's acting it out. But it is a skit where it's like, we've been watching feedback from the gun community. And the one thing we always say is guns don't kill people. People kill people. And by God, we need to fix that. That's why we are introducing the Sig 320, the first gun that kills people.
No.
Really
you want to skit with Rich, just have Rich in his cop uniform with a Glock pointed at you, be like, drop the gun, and you like put your arms up in the air like, it's a P320. Okay,
don't move,
don't look at it, set it down very carefully, don't point it at anything.
No, don't set it down, don't set it down.
Stop. More cops show up. It's you trying to defuse but not knowing what to do.
Rich calls the bomb squad. A guy in a suit comes up to take it from you.
We've got like him surrounded. He's just like sitting there crying in his car with his hands up. They're like, Rich, what's going on? I'm like, he's got a P320. Oh, God. What do we do? I don't know. The poor son of a bitch is dead. Because either he's going to accidentally shoot himself or he's going to shoot and we're going to shoot him.
Oh, man. So I don't know.
Either way, we're happy he's white.
Oh, my God.
What's his last name? Cuevas. He's brown. No!
Shoot him. No, don't.
How brown?
So I don't know all the details, and maybe you guys can fill me in just because I haven't looked into it. So the P320 is also the same as the pistol that the military picked up, right? The
Correct.
M18?
Yes.
And
M18 and M17. M18 and M17 are long barrel, short barrel, but that is the P320.
Okay. So started going off on its own. Everyone was like keeping it under wraps, and now an airman died from it going off on its own, and now the can of worms is open. Am I on there?
Speed of can of worms opening. Why don't you open your mouth more because your mic keeps cutting out again?
It's his internet connection.
Yeah, dude, I'm telling you. Let me leave the call. Be right back.
That when Nick was being facetious.
It's not the internet, dude. Get Starlink. You Eli up the take. You Eli it all up. You keep finagling with shit behind the scenes, and you can't. Nothing's good enough to keep it the way that it is. So every time we get together, there's some weird change you gotta do, and we gotta figure it out.
So the Sig 320, Sig's never said, "Oh, we have a problem." They did a post a few months back making fun of everyone, saying that the gun has never went off, and it was all a big lie. But originally, Sig 320 was going off when it would get dropped. Then they did a recall, made the trigger a smidge thinner, thinking that was the problem. Oh, we'll just lighten it up.
They didn't do a recall
as much.
They didn't do a recall.
Voluntary upgrade.
There he goes. The VUP.
Oh, there it is. Sorry.
Voluntary upgrade program, which is not a recall because that would signify some sort of guilt or issue, right? So it's dropped. It goes off. They do the VUP, the voluntary upgrade program, where you get a sear, some sort of trigger assembly, and something else, which those three things all prevent drop firing and something else going off. I forget which, but specifically what was going on with it. Then a couple years later, when everybody's just like, hey, what the that's when they put out their post on Twitter and Instagram saying, it's not our fault. It'll never fire unless the trigger, and I wish I had it in front of me right now, unless it's fully retracted. It will not fire unless the trigger is fully retracted, which is horseshit. So that was in March.
Yeah.
I think that was in March
It's recent.
of this year. Brandon did a video on it. In fact, I cut like a couple, like 15, 20 seconds out of his video, and I use it because he says some good words, and I enjoy his breakdown of some things. So I used Brandon's response to their original post. And then, yeah, well, it turns out you don't need to fully retract the trigger. The trigger only needs to be pulled back a 0.5 millimeter. And then the slide can be wiggled or pressed down, and then it will fire.
Yep.
And there was a fantastic guy. Let me go to my YouTube.
Was that the one that I saw on Twitter today where he had like a screw in there
Yeah.
and he just squeezed it in it?
Yeah.
Wyoming.
Go ahead.
Wyoming Gun Project is the one that did it. Nick, go ahead and describe what he did with the screw, which is brilliant.
He basically just took the screw and used it as a wedge to hold the trigger back 0.5 millimeter, which like a 0.5 millimeter is a piece of lint, a grain of sand, a chunk of whatever the gets in your trigger well, and then you can jostle the slide or squeeze it in any way and the gun will go off. So like for a cop, if he's got a piece of belly lint that makes his way into the wrong spot and it's in his holster and he's running and the running jostles the gun, it's going off. And that's why there was, I think you showed it in your video, but I mean, there's footage of like a cop in a courthouse, like detaining somebody and his gun is on his hip and it just goes off in the holster. And that
Yep.
that was a video that caused Sig to put out their post where it was like, it ends today. And they basically said that cop did something wrong with it. He holstered the gun wrong, which I don't know how the you holster a gun wrong, but apparently that was their excuse. And then they're like, it ends today. And they were like, anybody that's perpetuating these lies is anti-gun and just trying to ruin the Second Amendment, blah, 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 blah.
Grifters.
They called it the rhetoric is high and we can no longer stay silent.
The rhetoric?
Run their course and clickbait farming, engagement hacking grifters continue their campaign to hijack the truth for profit. Enough is enough. This was literally a few months ago. And then this shit fucking...
Sorry, Eli.
What'd I say?
The rhetoric. I love
Rhetoric. Sorry. I say rhetoric. I've always said rhetoric. I've always said rhetoric. I never say rhetoric. I was like, wait, what?
Oh man, I hate to be so rhetorical.
Rhetorical.
I immediately
I've always said
now
rhetorical.
understand. I understand why Eli doesn't read emails here on this podcast.
Because I'll say rhetorical and be like, that's how it's said.
Oh
my
man.
So there's like zero plausible deniability for Sig, and now the military is like, I know the Air Force backed off. Is the Army saying the same thing? Like, hey, we're not with this?
So it's not the whole Air Force. It's a command. It's the Global Strike Command or something like that. It's a significant portion of airmen. And what happened was this airman set his pistol down. It's not confirmed if it was in a holster or not. I'm assuming, because I've taken off my gear before, that he probably like looped off his shit and like put the whole kit and caboodle on the desk that he was at, and then it went off and it hit him, and then he ended up passing away. So that Global Strike Air Command, I'm jacking up its name, is like, that's it. Every command that's underneath us, every battalion, wing, etc., that's underneath us, we're shelving this for now. Take it away. We're going to do more testing on it, or somebody is. We're not going to hold on to this shit if it's randomly going off and then randomly goes off and kills one of our own. All security forces are going to be having their M4s on them until we can figure this out. And then an Army unit, and I saw it once, and I can't find it again, but somewhere an Army unit did the same thing recently, where it said, we're shelving this until further notice. And thank God the Air Force is the branch of common sense, because the Marines and the Navy and the Army don't give a shit when it comes to bad gear. It's just deal with it. I mean, look at our uniforms over the past GWAT, the blue bullshit digital that doesn't work, right? And then the Navy with its weird blue digital that would release dye when it would go in the water, except how do you wash it? Well, then the dye gets released in the washer. Stupid shit that they just stuck with. And thank God for the Air Force and their common sense. And they're like, you know what? We're not going to ignore the stupidity. We're just not going to deal with it. This is wrong. All this information is out there, which shows that what happened with us, with our incident with our airmen, probably not his fault. We're shelving it. It's not worth the risk of a negligent discharge or an accidental discharge or a discharge caused out by the weapon and then somebody else getting hurt. Get them off the frickin' field. And I can't guarantee. I hope it happens with the rest of them. And they can switch out and go to a frickin' Glock.
So Sig has been...
Oh, go ahead.
Sig has lost lawsuits for negligent discharges and had to pay money out. And their response to so after the airmen got shot, a bunch of police departments and like shooting ranges and all kinds of people are banning shit. Sig just filed a lawsuit against some federal agency that banned the gun.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't even know if it was a federal agency. I think it was a large local or state agency, like the state of Washington or something.
Yeah, it might have been. But they filed a lawsuit and they're suing them for banning their gun or whatever. It's like they're octupling down on this. And
I don't understand how you can sue a department or state or federal agency for saying we're not going to make this our duty gun anymore. Like,
what the
how the fuck does that even make sense? I don't want to use this product anymore. I don't want to wear Nike Air Jordans anymore. And then Nike's going to sue me because I'm not buying any more of their product. It's the most retarded shit I've ever heard.
If Nikes blew up and my feet are gone, I would not want to wear them.
You buy Nikes from Afghanistan.
Lawsuit saying like, hey, you can't do that.
It was Washington's Police Academy.
So there you go, the Washington State Police.
Sig Sauer quietly filed a suit in Thurston County Court last month asking a judge to reverse the Washington State Criminal Justice Training Commission's decision to ban police recruits from carrying the P320 model handgun. Huh.
God. Has this ever happened before in the U.S. anywhere? Like, has a gun, I mean, all throughout history, has a gun come out that was just so wildly dangerous that the powers that be were like, no, thank you. Like, I don't know if this has ever happened. This is not the history I'm familiar with. Just curious.
So there's been bad guns that don't fire or jam when you want them to. Mm-hmm. There haven't been so many guns that I can think of, like even in, like, and I like forgotten weapons. I can't even think of a firearm where it would just go off randomly.
Mass-produced guns that are also backed by governments or used in military or governments. That has never happened, I don't think. Like,
okay.
Period. Most guns, if you place them on safe or set them down, they just don't go off. Has there ever been a gun that just goes off?
I don't think there has been, but that could just be
revolvers with wax. But that's because another.
I can't think of another gun that has gone off like that, but that just could be anti-gun rhetoric.
Oh.